Greetings everyone, and welcome to an overview of our final group project. First, I will go over the code which we have written, and then I will give a short demonstration of our program. Let's begin. The first few lines of our code have been devoted to a comment block, which describes the program and lists our group members. One of the first things we want to include is our header files. For this program, we will be using IOStream and FStream header files. FStream will be used to read the prices and seating chart itself, which are stored in separate text files. The functions display, get ticket, show seats, reset seat files all use the binary array stored in the seat.txt. For this project, we created 6 functions that accomplish different tasks, the first of which being get user option. The get user option function will display a menu for the user using cout statements. The user will then input which option they would like to choose. If the input chosen is not valid, then the user will be prompted to input again. The reset seat file function uses 2 for loops to go through a 2D binary array and set every value to false, so they all appear as zeros, essentially resetting it. The next function we'll be looking at will be get tickets. First thing in this function is to initialize the character value known as by ticket and the integer values seat row and seat col. Next, we will ask the user if they would like to purchase tickets. If the user inputs n, then the function will end and the user will be sent back to the main menu. If the user inputs y, then they will be asked which row and column they would like to sit in. The user input is then checked against the seating chart to make sure the seat is available, which if not, the user is prompted to choose another seat. At the end of the function, the user is asked whether or not they would like to buy another ticket, which will either loop or end the function. The next function we'll be looking at will be the display function. This function will display the current theater seating. It uses for loops to loop through and display an array and an if statement to create a row down the middle. The next function is the show seats function. This function will tell the user how many seats are left in each row. It does this by using 2 for loops to loop through and count each row. After looping through each row, it will also display the number of available seats remaining and the amount of seats sold. The next function is the delete ticket function. This function deletes a user's seat from the system. It starts off with the initialization of the character value input and the integers row and column. The user is then asked if they would like to delete a seat. If the user inputs n, then the function will end and the user will be returned to the main menu. If the user inputs y, they will also be asked to enter the row and column of the seat that they wish to delete. If the seat is already empty, then the user will be prompted to try again. If the seat entered is valid, then it will be set back to 0, essentially deleted. Now that we've explained the functions that we'll be using throughout the program, let's look at our main function. The main starts off with the initialization of the integer user option and the boolean to the array seats. Next, we read the data from our text file to create the array. Next, we have a do while loop with the function get user option and the switch statement. The get user option is in the do while loop, so the menu will be displayed each time we exit a different function. In our switch statement, we have the display, get ticket, delete ticket, show seats, and reset seat file in their respective cases. Once the user quits the program, the array will be saved so that it can be used again. Okay, here we are on the demonstration portion of the video. So let's go ahead and run this program here. Our menu pops up. Let's show seats. Okay, all our seats are empty right now. So let's get a ticket, shall we? Yeah, I want to buy a ticket. Which row? Let's go in the second row in the 4th seat. Let's get another one too. Let's go in the 3rd row, 6th seat. And I think that should be good for tickets for now. So let's show our seats. And as you can see, we have one in the 2nd row, 4th seat right here. And then one in the 3rd row in the 6th seat right here. Let's see. You know what? I don't want to sit in that 3rd row anymore, so let's delete that seat. Yes, I want to delete that seat. Which row is the seat in? It is in row 3, seat number 6. Okay, Now, as you can see, the seat in row 3 is no longer here. Got it. Now let's see if show a number of remaining seats. Okay, so we only have 1 seat sold so far, and it's in row 2, so there's 7 seats available there. Everywhere else is 8 because there hasn't been any seats sold. And now let's see if we are able to reset our seating arrangement. And now if I check, everything should be back to 0, which it is. Okay, and then let's just quit the program. There we go. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed our group's final project.